What is good, people? Today I'm about to do a meal prep video for you guys, which is going to be how to make turkey mince burgers, and I'm also going to do some sweet potato fries. So it's going to be like a healthy option of burger and fries. I know a lot of people like eating burgers and fries from the chip shop, but I thought why not make one for you guys that I have on a very regular basis lately, so you guys can have it as well. Because you still want to enjoy having things you like there's nothing wrong with having burgers, just make sure that they're gains worthy, and that's when you opt to get turkey mince, some nice buns and some sweet potatoes, and you can definitely have like a meal worthy of a god and still enjoy it. People always ask me like, what's your diet like? Do you just eat such and such? I'm like, no, I eat quite a lot. I eat homemade pizzas, homemade burgers. I make a lot of food, but I just cook it myself, so I know what goes into it, and I know that it's the best calorie option. So hopefully this is gonna be a very easy, very quick recipe to follow, because making turkey burgers is like super fast. Okay, I'm gonna run you through the ingredients very quickly. First of all, they all came from Lidl, so it's very cheap. Each one of these turkey mince burgers were £1.39 per packet, which is really good, and you get 450 grams, so virtually almost a key for like, what's that, under £3. So then we've got also sweet potato, and the burgers, just to clarify, came up to 55 pence, so it's pretty damn cheap. I just wanted to make sure that I'm giving you guys the right price. Want to make sure you guys, if you go to Lidl, know exactly how much everything costs. The good thing about all this food here is that it came up to, in total, under like £6. So you're going to get like 3 days worth of meal prep out for like £2 per day. But it all does come down to the amount of volume you have. Like I normally say you can make 3 to 4 burgers per packet. And if you couldn't hear in the background, the oven has been preheated. So the reason it's been preheated is because the first thing we make is the sweet potato, because it takes the longest to cook. Sweet potatoes in the oven roughly take around 30 minutes to cook, and you need to flip them, say, every 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how hot your oven is. So I usually put it on full blast and chop it all up and get it cracking. It's pretty damn easy. What I'm going to do is chop each of the edges and just slice them up and try and make all of them an even size. The reason I'm not showing this is because I've shown it so many times. It's really easy to chop sweet potato. If you've happen to have like a circular sweet potato, not the long thin ones, which is what I usually recommend, because the long thin ones you can chop them like a banana. With these, all you have to do is like half it again, and just keep halving it until you get like a relatively close size. And here is the final result, and I've chopped them in 2 different styles purposely to tell you guys. If I wasn't filming for YouTube, this is the way I'd normally cut them, because it's so much easier and it's much quicker. But because obviously I'm making the video like how to make turkey burgers and sweet potato fries, I've chopped some in more like a fries kind of wedges type fashion. But realistically, it's a lot easier just to cut them like this, relatively the same thickness, so they cook the same, rather than spend loads of time trying to get really squared off chips. You then put them onto a frying pan, and then spray them down with oil and season them how you would like. I'm going for the 1 calorie sunflower oil spray, so all I gotta do is just dab down. And these are the 2 seasons we're gonna go for. So all I've got to do is just spray them out, just sprinkle. So all you have to do now is just use your hands to mix them up. And now they're ready to go in the oven. By the way, check the gains. Yeah, not being a douche. But yeah, all this food now is really easy. The fries take the longest, so as I said, flip them over every, say, 10 to 15 minutes. Usually I flip them 3 times in the whole 30 minutes. And then next up is cooking the turkey mince. I'm not going to show you me making every single burger, but I'm going to show you the gist of how I made the first few ones. Very simple. When it comes to seasoning these burgers, to be honest, you don't need a crazy amount of seasoning due to like the sauces and stuff you put on afterwards. So what I've kind of done now is literally this simple. I open the packet, I try and take about a quarter if I can after washing my hands, and all I do is put it in my hand, take around a quarter worth of the mincemeat, about a quarter worth, circulate, try and make it flat. Quick tip is to always try and do a dip in the middle, because when you make homemade burgers, they tend to rise from the center, so try and make a dent in the middle, or dimple, and put it in the pan. That simple, and do that process repeatedly. Separate them out, and then this is when you add the seasoning. These are the 2 seasonings I'm going to go for, so just add a little bit of this, and that is basically it. And then I just repeat the process for the second packet I get. So it's really that simple. Like I used to always take the mince out, put it in a bowl, season it, then put it back. And then I noticed that one day I did this as a quicker way, and it tasted exactly the same. The only time I'd say you need to take, if you want to make it a bit more fancy where it's worthwhile, is if you like do put cheese in the middle, so do like melt in the middle burgers, so you put cheese in the middle, or if you want to get onions and peppers and chop them up and put them in the mince, things like that, you can see the difference. But when it comes to like the basic seasonings, I've found that just putting it on after and then applying like a sauce at the end, the burger tastes the same. The main thing you need to focus on is not making the burgers overcook so they come out dry, because you want them to be moist. But the final thing before I disappear and just show you more or less the end products is to make the burgers cook through a lot easier and quicker. Put the lid on. Alright, it's been around 10-15 minutes. Let me flip it over. Give you guys a quick glance what it looks like. So yeah, and all you have to do is just kind of get them to turn over. If you want them a bit more crispy, spray them down like a little bit more, because you want the oil on the actual potato to really start kind of getting really hot, so it makes the fries crispy on the outside but still soft on the inside. So that is a huge tip if you want to have like nice crispy sweet potato fries, wedges type stuff. One more tangent before we get back to the food while I'm cooking at the moment. To those of you that follow me on Snapchat or Instagram, I've probably been very inactive, especially on Snapchat, and it's purely down to my S6 is now broke. It broke about 4 days ago, like previous Thursday to this video, and it's been killing me. So right now I am rolling with a very old Huawei phone, which is cracked. There's barely any memory on it. I can just about fit Instagram on it. I can't fit Snapchat. So in case you've added me on there and you haven't seen me being active, it's purely down to that reason. And let's check if they are crispy. Alright, and as you can see, they are quite crispy. So I'm happy with how the fries came out. And I think I may have forgot to say, turkey burgers take roughly around 20 minutes, I've noticed. Sometimes quicker, it depends on the heat. But what you have to do is flip them over at least 3 times. Like I usually, most foods I make, I flip them at least 3 times in the period, just to make sure it's getting cooked from all angles. And obviously when you put the lid on, it helps cook quicker. So if you cook your burgers without a lid, it may take a little bit longer depending on what meat it is. So here's my food. I've got 6 turkey burgers left. Normally you guys see me put them in the meal prep boxes and stuff like that. But because it's burgers, it's not smart to meal prep the bread because it's gonna get dry. Like I could easily put it in the containers and put them in the fridge. But I personally find that when I do that, the bread tends to get really hard and dry. So what I'm gonna do is every single day, or 2 of the burgers out of the fridge, heat them up, put some cheese on it and put it in the bread. It's really not that hard. It's a very easy meal prep, really quick recipe. This whole thing didn't take that long. So here's a quick glance. I'm going to be a little bit cheeky and I'm going to have all the sweet potatoes today. Normally that was enough for 2 days, but I'm going to have it in 1 day because I feel really hungry after making all this food. So this box roughly is going to be a bit different to what you guys might make. But what I've got in here is around 250 grams of sweet potato, 2 seeded buns and 2 turkey burgers. And the macros for this whole box is around 120 grams of carbs, around 60 to 70 grams of protein, and roughly around 15 grams of fat. But what I can say is I'm really happy with it. If you was to compare this meal to the fish and chip shop, it would be totally different, or whatever takeaway you normally go to. So for those of you that really crave cheat meals, make something like this. It's really easy to make and it tastes pretty damn good. And for those of you that are flavor junkies like myself, just get yourself some sweet chili sauce. I always go for the 35% less sugar one. Maybe add a little bit of Himalayan sea salt just to add on the fries, and then devour it all. So guys, I hope this meal prep video was really easy for you guys to follow, and you can make one yourself. It's really easy to make. So what I'm going to do is eat this while you guys see some clips from earlier on today when I was playing my brother. Just all I can say is stay tuned for the next video. It is going to be funny as hell. Just stay tuned. But anyways, enjoy the clips.
They're playing basketball. We love that basketball. They're playing basketball.
I've been Steph Curry with the shot, been
Yes! I'm broken now. My body just feels so sore. If you want to stay tuned for that, turn your notifications on, see who won. Comment below on this video who you think won the challenge. Do you want to have any words? Oh, don't give me no clues.
Oh, no, well, you have to decide. So who's better? So who do you think?
Yeah, so just comment below and have a good day, people, and thumbs up the video and definitely turn on your notifications